Hi, welcome back to Flow with Atashi. My name is Nuna Aslanian and I'm the founder of Atashi. We're back with another episode of Menstrual Cycle Phases, Girl Talk Edition, and today is a really important one because I want to talk about what we feel the week before our period. If you're a woman or you know a woman, you know that the week before our period, we do not feel great about our bodies. There is so much bloating, so much heaviness, puffiness, and it doesn't feel good to get dressed during this week because you just don't feel like yourself and you can't understand why. And I want to take time to talk about that so we can understand why and really get into the nitty-gritty of what is happening in our body during this time. So this happens during the luteal phase, closer to the end of the luteal phase, which we call the late luteal phase, but this is a time between ovulation and the first day of your period. This usually starts around day 25, but it really just depends on how long your cycle is. Depending on your body, it might start right away when your luteal phase starts, but usually there's a slow transition. But the bloating and the heaviness and the puffiness is really apparent during the late luteal phase, so let's get into it. Essentially, the luteal phase is meant to prep your body in case you're pregnant. So it's really prepping the uterine lining for pregnancy, which is why your progesterone levels begin to rise. And while progesterone is rising, it's also slowing down your digestion, which means you're gonna feel more bloated. Plus, your body starts holding on to more water and sodium. Again, it's all prepping you for possible pregnancy, but by doing that, it's also making you feel heavier, more bloated, puffier with all the water retention. On top of that, estrogen also starts to dip. So with estrogen lowering and progesterone rising, this is gonna also affect your serotonin levels. When estrogen is low, so is serotonin, which is what makes you feel happy and good about life. So on top of the bloating that you're getting with the higher progesterone, you're also getting a much lower mood because of the lower estrogen. You're also gonna experience more prostaglandins starting to build up in your body. These are hormone-like chemicals that help the uterus contract, but this is also what causes the inflammation and the cramping and just that uncomfortable feeling that you're getting. Basically, this phase is like a full body hormonal remix. Like everything is changing in your body. You're going from feeling so good during ovulation to all the levels switching. So it's normal that your body's more bloated, retaining more water, feels heavier, puffier. This is all natural and you just want to learn to accept it. I mean, it's not great while it's happening. I'm not gonna act like I sit around celebrating every time I feel bloated and every time I feel cramps. Digestion is down, mood is down, energy is down. It's not the best time, but if we're mindful of it, we can at least choose activities and things that we're doing that are gonna support it instead of work against it. I created the cycle syncing bodysuits to not only support you for each phase, but to also educate you, which is why I'm doing these videos, so we can learn more about why our body is changing so much during each week. This specific bodysuit is actually the one that inspired me to start this line because I know that during your luteal phase, your body is changing so much and you can't put on the same stuff you did during ovulation when you felt so good about yourself. And I just want women to understand that it's normal that their body looks and feels different during their luteal phase and give them something to wear that can give at least a little extra confidence boost during this phase, but to still educate and understand what this phase is so you're not thinking you suddenly gained weight during this week. The week before your period is rough. It's always going to be rough. Your hormones are changing. There's nothing we can do about that. But if we can at least accept it and understand what's happening, we can work with it. And if we have the right clothes to wear during it, we can feel the best about ourselves if we do have to leave the house. Just allow your body to do what it needs to do. It's not always comfortable. Sometimes it makes you feel not so great, but it's doing what it needs to for a reason. And the best way you can support it is to just allow it to be without pushing it too hard, without hating on it, without thinking that there's something wrong with you if you feel heavier or puffier during this phase. There's nothing wrong. Your body's doing exactly what it needs to, so let's just try to embrace it as best as we can. And if you ever need to just chat about how you're feeling or rant about it, I'm always here, so please let me know in the comments how you deal with the bloating the week before your period, or in general how you're feeling in your late luteal phase. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more cycle syncing content. Thank you so much again for watching. We have a lot more girl talk coming, so I will see you next time.